And we are back for another episode. This is three in a row now that we're actually hitting. Like, how long do you think before we take a 3-month break?
What voodoo sorcery is this?
Oh, Joel's here.
Yeah. I cut my dinner short and I cut Constantine short
Wait.
to be here this week.
Well, I didn't think I added him to the call. Get the hell out of here. God damn it. He intercepted the transmission.
You can't get rid of me. I am eternal. I am Zool.
So, as always, I'm your host. I'm here with Joel and Tristan.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
So, last week, got a pretty good response to the episode. So, this week, we
Mainly because
have...
I wasn't on it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The moment they heard you weren't on, they're like, well, let's get on that. The annoying guy's not on there.
You just know there's got to be a thing, because I'm sure this goes for everyone on the comic book cast, because we're so big. There's probably like a contingent of everyone where it's like, oh, I really like Sean, but I don't like Joel.
Oh, yeah.
But they listen to every video, and it's like, is Joel on this one? Fuck it, he's in everything.
Yeah.
Finally, one show without Joel.
Joel has died on the way to his home planet.
Don't spoil how we're going to end the Future's End reviews.
So, it's been a pretty interesting week in gaming news. But before we get to that, I do want to say, right as this podcast goes up, over with Joe, he's been handling something very special for the CBC, and that's, of course, the Comic Book Craft Minecraft series. This has been in the works probably for about a month and a half now. So the first episode should be up right now. You can get it in the description, guys. And also, it will be annotated right there on the screen on YouTube, so you can go check it out. They put a lot of good work into it. I've seen a few episodes down the road. It definitely gets more entertaining. And, so just check it out. Let us know what you guys think, because they've been working really hard on that and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. And now that the showing is out, let's get into what's important here. Okay, so this week, Nintendo says, hey guys, we know how much you like doing them Let's Plays, don't you? Well, how about we cut into your profit by cutting into your profit really bad?
Haven't they tried to do something like this before?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, this is... So here, let me break it down for people how profit splitting goes. Let's say you partner up with a channel, right? Mm-hmm. The typical split they'll give you is 70-30. So let's say you guys join, I don't know, let's say Maker or someone like that, or Full Screen, or any one of those big partner studios. They say, okay, and I'm hypothetically here, let's say you make $100 in a month. You get 70, they get 30. But now if you're doing YouTube Let's Plays with Nintendo, out of that 70 you get to keep, there's a little caveat there, because that's also going to get split up, where Nintendo gets a pretty nice substantial share also. So now you're going to see your profits go down. It's like, I think it was like 70-30 again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're going to be getting then 70% out of your $70 that you get to keep. So it's like, oh my God, it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, at least they did something about it, but that is a huge profit split. Like,
also with that, it's that you have to wait for Nintendo's go-ahead. So you probably, for a video to be greenlit to be up on YouTube, it could take a process up to 3 days.
Oh,
yuck. That feels yucky. You know what that feels like? Yeah. It feels like Let's Players are like the dudes in the Mob movie, like when they come to shake you down, and then the second guy comes to shake you down. It's like, oh please, don't shake me down anymore. I can't afford to pay everybody.
And like they're just trying to say like they were just moderating the inappropriate, either language or misrepresentation on their product. But then there's also the reviewers, so they can have the right to say, oh, we don't like your review, so it's not going to come up.
Yeah, that's
yucky.
And they do offer a better split where you can actually partner up with Nintendo. But then it's like, oh, okay, fine, you're giving me extra percentage, but it still doesn't do anything. Like, my biggest fear out of this is, honestly, like, I'm thinking about it because I was recording some Let's Plays for my solo channel last night. Pluggity plug, starting February 1st at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So I'm recording some, and I'm like, well, and I'm playing, let me just put it out there, I'm playing an Activision game.
Right.
And what's not to say, come this summer, Activision goes out, hey guys, new Call of Duty, you all excited? More video games coming, or EA comes out, they're like, hey guys, Battlefront is coming. Except if you want to Let's Play it, you have to partner up with our channel and give us a split.
That's the scariest fucking
And
thing
at
I've
that
ever
point,
heard.
everybody who does Let's Plays, it's going to be like, okay, so I have to contact Nintendo, and I got to contact
Uh,
Sony, and I got to contact EA, and I got to, oh, these guys rejected this, so I'm not going to be doing that with them. Like, it's just, it puts like a bad taste in my mouth. I'm like, man, this is going to get out of hand real quick.
it really does, and again, hats off to Nintendo for being smart enough to see all the money that is being made on YouTube with Let's Plays and everything like that, and how that is kind of the way of the future, and them wanting to get their foot in the door. But yeah, like you said, I mean, terrible, horrible future wherein every publisher and every person wants their own
And,
little taste.
and I know people will say, oh, don't worry, that's not going to happen. Motherfuckers, you all said that about the season pass, and look what happened with that. Everybody adapted that shit.
Well, at least Microsoft did something good about that. They just said that they're not gonna try and get a split of anything you make. All they want is that they don't want inappropriate,
Yeah.
anything inappropriate on theirs, but you can do whatever you want.
I'll be as inappropriate as I want to be, fuck damn it.
Which basically comes down to all the trolling in Call of Duty. So those are
Yeah.
probably gonna have a lot less videos.
And that's a good call, so...
Could this possibly mean in the future, if everyone's looking for a taste and everyone's looking for, a split, is there going to be like black market underground Let's Plays? It's going to be like, yo, man, I got that new one.
Yeah, it's called Daily Motion.
Yeah. Good old Daily Motion.
We're both on the same fucking brainwave there. But you know what?
Never change Daily Motion.
I could see Nintendo sitting there at their headquarters. They're like, "Oh, we need to make more money. How can we do it? Here's a fucking pro tip, Nintendo: make enough amiibos." God damn it! And speaking of amiibos, I'm lucky because I scored the entire set of Mario Party besides Toad. So hell yes.
Yeah, I got there too late, but you can still get the Mario one, but I don't want Mario Party.
I was going to say Toad is nobody's favorite, but I forgot this is the internet and everybody is someone's favorite. So I fully expect some angry person writing in the comments right now, God damn you, Joel, Toad is totally my favorite.
I'm going to be buying that Toad treasure tracker game, or whatever the hell it is. I'm probably going to buy it in a couple days because Shay really likes those missions in Mario 3D World. So,
Yeah,
and if it gets her to shut up, I'll buy it.
Well, the difficulty does spike though. So.
Oh, God damn it, she's dumb. Oh. Damn. Oh, speaking of dumb, so me and her have this game where it's like trivia, right?
Nice.
Just slight tangent here, and so we're playing, and it's like asking you like questions about the world, right? It's like, oh, name like six planets in the solar system and things like that.
Yeah.
And of course, Shay, so it's common sense, so she's really dumb. And one of the questions I have to ask her is, name a space shuttle, and she goes, Apollo 13. And I'm like, no, that's a rocket. She goes, what's a space shuttle? I'm like, it's the shuttles that go to space. They look nothing like a rocket. She goes, oh, the Virgin airplanes. I was like, you shut the fuck up. You're done. You're done.
You know what? In Shay's defense, I was thinking really hard about that question, and I can't think of a name of any space shuttle when I stop and think about it.
The Challenger, the Olympia, the Columbia.
Okay, I knew the Challenger. Okay, so I knew one. I knew of one. I don't think much of space, man. All my problems are here down on Earth. I know the Enterprise. I know the Millennium Falcon. I know the Normandy. I know all the great ships.
Okay, so now with that, let's get into something else that we're going to be talking about. So the newest releases this week, there's only two games I want to talk about, see what you guys are on, of course. One is a remastered of Grim Fandango. Now, this is a huge, it's one of these big puzzle games that everybody always talks about, puzzle adventure games. Now, I've never played the original, and for the first time, I'm actually going to pick this up, probably when I see it on the sale somewhere down the road to really experience it. But are either of you guys interested in that?
I was going to pick it up, actually, because like I said, I'm in the same boat as you are. I mean, I've never actually played it before, and I know it's one of these seminal classics, and I love that Day of the Dead art style.
Oh, yeah. And the other game, which is probably one that more people have heard about, and I've played, I don't know if either of you have, but the big release this week was Dying Light.
Well, as I said last week, I'm not rushing out to get Dying Light. I might get it eventually. I heard one of the most interesting things about it where someone said, man, Dying Light feels like the most Ubisoft-ish game never actually made by Ubisoft.
Yeah, so I wasn't going to get it, and I didn't get it. lucky that my friend has a Steam account, and he sometimes if he knows I don't want to play a certain game or I'm not going to buy it, he's just like, here, dude, log into mine, install it, see what you think about it, if you need to play it. So he had it, so I tried it on on my PC. So I put in about 6 hours, I would say. It's the best version of Dead Island you're gonna get.
Yeah, I got that feeling.
Yeah,
I think
that's what people are saying.
there is problems with the game. Visually, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The story, it's just there to give you excuses to go from one place to another to avoid zombies or fight them, which is it's good enough, I guess.
It's another one of those great white hero stories
Right.
like Far Cry 3 where you get dropped in and you need to save the local
Right.
population.
But my favorite part is, and I wish they would have really pushed this part more than anything, is when you're really, trying to get from one point to another, and it's nighttime, and the zombies change over into the chasing you, and there are more fears and stuff.
Yeah.
The game actually becomes survival horror at its best, and you're just like you'll literally get to those moments where, like, okay, if I miss the shot, if I don't grab onto that ledge, I fall down, I'm pretty much fucked. So, like, that aspect is really good. I'm not gonna buy it myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I see it at Best Buy for $35 in about 2 months when I'm there, like, a sale, I'm totally going to pick it up, and, my wife and I are going to sit down. We're going to play the hell up out of this game.
I heard nighttime was really disappointing in the game because they sold it on like, oh, but when the sun goes down and the light dies, shit gets real.
It's basically the zombies are tougher and
Yeah.
they're faster, and your weapons will corrode faster
Yeah.
because they can take
Oh.
And
damage.
that's what makes it more fun, because it's
How the
more
hell does that
deadly.
work? How the hell do your weapons corrode faster at night?
I don't know.
Oh,
You tell me how a lead
I will
pipe
tell
breaks
you.
after 5 hits.
No, I will tell you right now, because the first weapon you get is like a pipe, right?
Mhm.
That shit breaks after you kill like 2 zombies.
Right.
Yeah, so they need to like patch that, or like, I don't know, they'll probably release like a whole Everlong or Everlasting DLC or some shit that makes your weapon stay I don't know, premium.
But
Apparently
that's
there's
one
cool,
thing
like-
people said was like you can drop kick a zombie into a bed of spikes.
Yep, that is pretty fun.
Nice. It's true what you're saying. It's the best version of Dead Island, which Dead Island was kind of interesting and kind of fun, but it was also super janky.
Yeah. This is slightly less
Less
janky. Less janky Dead Island. I guess that's the best thing I could say.
And no co-op yet.
Yeah, online co-op, but no. Yeah. So anyway, another piece of news. There's a Sony event coming in 2 weeks. I swear to God, there's a new Sony event every other week.
Sure feels that way, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
So, let's go around the table. Joe, what do you think they're going to be talking about here?
They're going to announce Yakuza 5 again, and I'm going to get a gigantic boner all over again.
Everybody's forgotten.
It's like, no, but guys, seriously though, Yakuza 5 coming out and 3 is going to be on the PSN, we promise.
What was that again?
Yeah, I know, right? I know. To which again, I'm like, oh, that sounds great. I already own it on PlayStation 3, but please continue.
So talk about so what do you realistically think? I mean, to me, here's the thing. They saw the Microsoft Windows 10 thing. They saw all the headlines that HoloLens is getting. They're announcing the release date to Project Morpheus.
Probably.
They're probably going to say coming this fall. It's going to be in the fall season, so expect it from September to November release date. And they're going to go, oh, special edition PAX early version of fucking No Man's Sky.
Oh, good.
Done.
Hey, tell you what, while you're at it, Sony, can I have USB support in my fucking PlayStation 4 already? I know I keep asking for it, but I'd really enjoy it, please. and I know they're like, but we gave you USB support for your music.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I want video files.
Also, can they add fucking USB support for external hard drives? Because I bought a 1.5 terabyte for my Xbone. You plug it in, USB 3.0, you can install games on it. And play it right off. And it's actually faster than the hard drive that's in there because it's USB 3.0.
See, that burns my ass when I hear shit like that.
Yeah, they need that on PS4 also. So how about they announce that and a Project Morpheus release date?
I would very much like that, please. Pretty please with sugar on top.
Still wondering about the new IPs that they said that they have too. That's what I want to know.
Oh, here comes SOCOM 5.
Hey, can we get a new Spec Ops? Can we get Spec Ops that we promise this will be as good and interesting as the line was?
That company shut down.
I know, that's
Oh.
such a bummer.
It's kind of interesting that they're doing this because you remember what last year they had PGX and they're asking people if they wanted another one. People wanted another one, so most likely they're gonna do it again. So if it is annual, you're gonna get like the February, like a thing for February for PlayStation, and
Right.
PGX in November.
Well, I feel like with game developer conference coming up in March, which I have a really good friend of mine who's actually going to there. He's a game developer, so I can't wait to talk to him about it. He like I know he's going to be there, and he said Sony's obviously going to be there. So I feel like if they're really going to bring out Project Morpheus there, which they kind of have to, it's game developer conference, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they should announce something substantial like a release day, and then be like, and you guys will all get to play it officially, and announce some support for it, really. And how about some games for concrete release dates? Like that'd be pretty nice. Like announce Uncharted 4's official release date.
Maybe this is where they'll announce that Mass Effect bundle that we're all certain is coming very soon.
And how about they also announce Uncharted HD remasters or whatever the hell?
You know what? I will totally buy the shit out of that.
Yes, me too.
They would, but the Naughty Dog said that they'd probably have to make another team for it to happen because they're both busy at the same time.
I'm sure if they could spare manpower for anything, I'm sure they would spare it for that.
True.
Oh. Again, because you bundle those games together, you put it out on the next gen PlayStation 4, and that is a license to print money, basically.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So now I'm going to just kind of go over some of the February release dates. You guys kind of just react to what I'm saying here. So first on February 3rd, this isn't all of them. These are just the ones that stood out to me that I want to talk about. So Game of Thrones Episode 2, The Lost Lords, coming out February 3rd.
Yeah, waiting for it to be done like all Telltale games, but I'm glad it's coming out.
Play the first episode. I'm hooked. I'm ready. Like, I'm just sitting here waiting.
I could never play those games episodically. I make a big deal when they're all collected. I sit down and I do them and I feel great.
Yeah. So the next one, February 5th, Dragon Ball Xenoverse. This is also a question we've gotten. So Joshua asks, how do you feel about Dragon Ball Xenoverse? Is it great to see some very unique video game story from them that isn't the same as the last 5 games they did? Now, this might actually shock a lot of people. I've played those games.
Yeah.
So, what, Xenoverse or the 5 that came before?
Like the games that came before, a bunch of the PS2 fighting games and stuff.
Those were great. The Budokais, the Tenkaichis, those were fun.
I went to check this out because I haven't really seen what it was about. So I watched a few videos. It does look pretty interesting.
It's a big old piece of fan fiction. Yeah. It's like, hey, instead of playing through the sagas like you have for the last 5 games, here's a new original story and create a character to where I'm like, okay, you got my attention.
I've heard that the story mode actually is for a fighting game is about, I think it was like anywhere between 12 to 16 hours.
Damn.
Nice.
What is this, fucking Mortal Kombat Conquest mode?
Probably. They gotta go through everything.
Wow, some children right now listening to this are searching that up. What's this old man talking about? What's Conquest mode?
What's the stick figure?
That's not X. That's not Mortal Kombat X. You mean there was Mortal Kombats before
Make
X?
sure you spell Conquest with a K, though, or
of course,
find it.
Because poor literacy and video games go together.
Oh, yeah, we at CBC talking about poor literacy, yeah.
I know, we have no right to make fun of anyone for spelling shit wrong, ever.
Everyone looks at Joe.
Let's talk about the next game.
Hey, I'm guilty of it too. We're all kind of guilty on this one. We read for a living, guys. We swear.
So February 10th, we got Evolve. Anybody getting this? Anybody?
Wait until it goes down in price.
Yeah.
Jim Sterling did an excellent piece on Evolution saying, this game basically shot itself in the foot before it even started because it pretty much represents all the worst parts of the pre-ordered DLC mongering culture. That like literally the first piece of news we ever heard about the game is like, hey, it wasn't like, hey, you can play Evolve and it's great. It's like, hey, get the new pack for Evolve.
Okay, here you go, because James actually asked a question kind of goes along with this. What are your thoughts on the oversaturation of FPS genre? Now, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I effing hate first-person shooters. Like, I am so sick of them because they're all turning out the same. And I've talked about this before. Like, I guarantee end of this year, from August to December, there's going to be at least 4 shooters that all look the same thing. Like It's just sickening. Like, I mean, I'm willing to try this and like Far Cry, of course, because those games are different visually and they have open worlds and stuff. But like the corridor shooter, I'm way past that. Like, no more.
I would say it's more a problem with the military FPS than it is for FPSs in general. I mean, the problem is they can't all be BioShock Infinite, they can't all be like Deus Ex and other stuff. There's nothing wrong with that style of gameplay. It's just like you said, too many games too close together. Like remember how I was kind of defending Battlefield Hardline? And I'm like, no, this looks interesting and everything. And now the more I hear and see about a Hardline, I'm like, oh, go fuck off, Battlefield.
Yeah.
It just goes back to like the DLC because Evolve with the first pre-order DLC. Kind of sucks all the fun out of it because
that's ridiculous.
Well, it is because it's like you pre-order the game, you get to unlock everything up to level 3. What was the point of playing it?
That's just heinous at that point. That's truly heinous. And again, and it makes me not want to support Evolve just like out of principle at this point, where it's like, no, I got to take a stand on these shitty business practices.
Well, speaking of that, we actually got another great question that ties into that because Victor asks, do you think another video game crash might happen in the near future? If so, what do you think might cause this to happen?
It's the prevailing theory.
Now, I don't believe a video game crash can happen because...
At least not as bad as like it was.
Yeah, right, because today, video games lead the market. I mean, you think movies and toys make a lot of money? Video games almost quadruple that annually, so...
Grand Theft Auto was the hottest, fastest-selling piece of media in the history of the world.
Yeah.
So, but here's what I think will happen. We're coming up to that point where I think the Wii was the perfect example of this. Shovelware is going away. There's no more middle market game. You either have small indie or AAA. If you release that middle market game, you're guaranteed to die and just be at it. And look at evidence by Spec Ops: The Line.
Yeah, which was a perfect example of an awesome middleware game where it's just like, man, here was a great story with a creative idea. Yeah. Wasn't the most beautiful looking, wasn't the most sharp, but damn it if it was not memorable.
For me, like one of my favorite games of the last generation, there's a lot of them. Like Evolve was one of them, or not fucking Evolve. Yeah, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. There's like these middle of the ground games that just like they come out and like you're looking at them and they just. I don't understand, like, the appeal just isn't there by people because unless it's shoved in your face, constantly.
It has a huge marketing campaign behind
it. People just don't care. And, like, that is problematic because I have, friends on my, Facebook and in real life. Their literal pattern is Call of Duty, giant springtime shooter, Call of Duty, giant springtime shooter. Ooh, here's a new Halo. And rinse and repeat every year. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh. Okay.
People have fallen into patterns, and the game makers know this, which means they don't want to take chances.
Right.
Yeah, I try all different genres because the same thing is boring.
Yeah, I was going to say, too, I mean, as far as a crash goes, a AAA crash, I completely could see that happening in the near future. And if that does happen, stuff like Steam, stuff like the indies are going to be more important than ever.
And here's why it's going to happen, and it's already happening, because of companies like Ubisoft. Who put out Assassin's Creed Unity in the most broken state available, and it's just not appropriate for a AAA game to do that. Where literally 6 years ago, if you did that, you wouldn't exist today. Look at THQ. Look at it happened with them. Like, it's terrible. And like one of my favorite games from the last generation is Vanquish. It's like this Japanese style.
Oh yeah.
It's super hyper. Like, I love the hell out of that game. Unfortunately, nobody played it, but it's an amazing piece. If you want to do yourself a favor and see what an actual like middleware game is, go check that shit out. I guarantee you will not be disappointed.
Who did that one? Who did Vanquish? Was that Platinum or no?
It looks like a Platinum game, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
I was gonna say because that reminds me a lot of like God Hand because it was that same sort of like Gonzo over the top like tongue in cheek actioniness like doesn't that game open like they nuke an entire country and that's just
dude, it goes to balls,
which I like.
It's just that we have DLC and microtransactions. Look at Resident Evil Revelations 2, where you find out that in one of their modes there's microtransactions for continues.
Yep.
Ooh, no.
Oh, yep. It was Vanquish, and Vanquish actually across the board scored almost an aggregate 8.8 out of 10.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I mean,
yet,
the game was
much like
reviewed phenomenally.
and much like Spec Ops, it's become like this cult game now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
So video game crash. It could happen, and it will happen if they don't give me more fucking amiibos.
I know.
Yeah, it'll happen, but not to the degree like it was in the 80s.
Yeah, we're not going to see a total death. We're just going to see, like, again, we might see, a curtailing,
Right?
If nothing else. I liked you brought up amiibos again. I swear to God, we've been back for 3 episodes now. And we've talked more about amiibos.
Because you need to get the amiibos, man.
You gotta catch all these amiibos.
I swear to God, when they have Pokemon amiibos that go with Pokemon, God. I'm gonna stand in line and punch people trying to cut me.
Well, there are like 3 Pokemon amiibos though.
But when all of them,
when all of them gotta be caught,
it's gonna be fucking over at that point. Like you said, we're gonna see actual wars in the streets, and I'm gonna be out there curb stomping people for a Tyranitar because Tyranitar is the best.
You're hearing Joel say, "Praise Lord Helix."
You'll just see Armin. It's like me on the news. It's like, hey, is that Armin? Yeah, what's he doing? And we acquired this footage. Hey, old lady, I punch her in the face. That's my Togepi.
There you go. Oh yeah, man, Togepi, freaking metronome all up in your ass.
I'm a terrible human.
Hey, apparently the other comic book channel guys, they've got the new Pokemon and everything too, and the idea, it's like, ooh, we should have comic book channel Pokemon leagues. Who is the master on YouTube?
Oh God.
Oh God.
Well, yeah, but then they'll just take a giant split of our share.
That's right, because it's fucking Nintendo.
Yeah.
See how we tie all this around?
See, we do it with finger puppets then. It's like, and then Armin's Pokemon used Hydro Pump, and it was great.
That's not a Blastoise.
Okay, so next game we got is next game on the order is Order 1886. See what I did there? February 20th, it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got my collector's edition. Really hyped for this because it looks gorgeous.
Now, see, we just ran against DLC and pre-order culture, and here comes Tristan with, yes, I totally pre-ordered it.
Okay, now I'm not going to say I also pre-ordered the collector's edition on Amazon, but I totally did.
Well, then I guess Joel is the only one who likes to wait and see that.
I am the weak with the Amazons.
That's okay.
Ever since I got Amazon Prime and one-click buy, I'm just constantly every day surfing it. I'm like, if something goes cheaper that I want, like an Amigo, I'm doing one click.
Man, Amazon Prime, they basically just hook up the heroin directly to your veins.
Yeah, 2-day free shipping. Click yes.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So I think we've talked about Order 1886. We're all super, me and Tristan are at least super excited. Joel's waiting, to do the waiting game.
But it still looks pretty good. If there was anything I was going to rush out and buy, it would be that because it's got that new IP smell on it.
Yeah, it does.
Although admittedly we're at the point now where even the new IPs are kind of like, well, and we want this to become a yearly series, so...
Yeah.
Well, it's that smell
the Destiny effect.
Oh, that and the new not steampunk smell.
True, exactly. I mean, I love me some steampunk. I love me some Victorianness.
Don says it's not steampunk because they get mad whenever anybody says that. And it's kind of.
But do you guys want to know an interesting fact?
Uh-huh.
The first next-gen only game to release from a third-party studio, aka exclusively to PS4 and Xbox One, Assassin's Creed Unity. What a terrible representation, right?
Uh-huh.
Especially when earlier in the year they had, like the giant buzz and rush of Watch Dogs, everybody Watch Dogs, and that came out at, it was pretty much dead in the water. 2 weeks later, no one was talking about it.
I still have my copy of Watch Dogs. I need to trade it in.
Yeah, you do. It's depreciating, man.
I didn't even beat it. I made it to the final mission, and it was some real bullshit they pulled out of nowhere. I'm like, I don't even care how this ends.
I beat it, and even though I was a hero hacker, it was bland storytelling at its best. And I was like, I did this shit for nothing. Okay.
But Aiden Pierce's hat is iconic. They told us his hat is iconic.
Not anymore. They're gonna have a new protagonist in 2. So
with a newer hat.
Can he have an ironic hipster hat?
Sure, he's gonna have he's gonna be like a real guy from the internet, and he's gonna have a fedora.
Oh, ooh,
Fedora Hacker 2016.
Oh. All right, and then we got one more game coming February 24th, and that's Resident Evil Revelations 2, Episode 1. We want your monies.
Microtransactions.
Yeah.
Just give it to us. Just give us all your money for the REs, for the Resident Evils.
What it is, it's kind of dumb because it costs more to get the disc version of the game than the actual digital version.
Huh. See, I was gonna buy the disc version because obviously I like to have all my Resident Evils in box copies.
Of course.
So I can have them all, lined up on the wall. And I go look at it, I'm like, $40. I check my PlayStation store. $24.99. $40. All right, I guess I'm getting the digital copy.
This feels like a social experiment is what it feels like. They're like, okay, we're going to try this and see what people would rather do. And obviously you want the best bang for your buck. Obviously, if people have the choice to pay less, they're going to pay less.
Yeah, you think that, but then somehow like Fox News is involved here.
Oh, really?
And they're like, no, we'll see how stupid people are. Then we'll report on games make people stupid because Fox News, see?
Yeah. But also vote for Romney.
Oh.
He's not even running from what I understand, to which I got depressed like, oh, no Mitt Romney running?
I thought he said he was going to run again.
I heard he did. Maybe he keeps changing his mind because I'm like, no, but if Romney doesn't run, then the Daily Show is not going to have some brilliant comedy about the stupid shit that he does.
Oh.
And I won't get to laugh, and then I'll feel bad.
All right, so with that, of course, it is a new month upon us in February, coming up right here, right around the corner. So what can you expect from those juicy freebies? So PlayStation Plus, for PlayStation 4, we're going to have Transistor, which I've never played, but I heard is amazing.
Yeah, I want to pick that up.
And Apotheon? What I can't even...
Never heard.
I don't know what the hell I wrote, but...
What's it about, Tristan? I've never heard of it.
Which one? Like Transistor? It's basically...
No, I know Transistor. Apotheon.
Apotheon. I've just seen it. It's I just seen like screenshots of it because I really want to get it. I rarely know anything other than its name because they showed a trailer about it on PlayStation. I just saw the trailer.
All right, so I'll try it when I get it.
Yep.
Two more things are free now. One is Thief on PS3.
Okay.
And the other is Yakuza 4.
Yeah.
All right, Joel. So I'm gonna try this thing, and I'll try it. I'll give it an hour to hook me.
Okay, well, let me warn you, Armin. Coming into the fourth part of the Yakuza series, they're one long story. Like, they're actually telling a serious story. So there's a mode in there called Reminisce mode, where basically there are 5 to 10 minute videos where they break down the story of each game, and those are absolutely crucial to understand.
Joel. Armin don't need that shit. I'll figure it out as I go.
Raw, man.
Okay, I think for 4 you might be better because the deal is in all the other games you only played as one guy. You played as Kazuma.
I've seen the video. You play as 4 characters and each one has like different. It looks pretty cool, honestly.
Oh, it is. They all have different fight styles.
Here's the thing. I'm one of these what you might call an idiot, and I heard you gotta do lots of reading. So.
Yes, it is all subtitles. Everyone is screaming at you in Manganese. There's a lot of writing going on, but there will come a point where you just hit an epiphany and it just kind of clicks. And it helps a lot, too, that this guy who wrote the story for these games is also a very well-acclaimed crime writer in Japan. So eventually there just comes a point where you feel like you're reading a great book.
I thought you were going to say, and he's actually a Yakuza member. It's like, oh, good.
He might be. You don't know. Japan is very secretive for all I know.
Okay, and then we have 2 Vita games, which no one owns a Vita on this planet, so let's just skip those. But
the Vita.
Games with Gold continues to pretty much disappoint, but at least they're giving you something you might have, not played when. So hashtag iDrab. I have no idea what the hell that is for Xbone.
Never heard of it.
And then on Xbox 360, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which is really good. And Sniper Elite V2. So,
the one in Africa. Yeah, that's a good one.
Honestly, this is probably one of their best months, at least on the 360. I have no idea what the hell hashtag iDrab is, so...
It's got the word hashtag in it, so it'll probably make me angry.
Or I saw a hashtag. I don't know. Might not. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's just iDrab. I don't know. It doesn't matter what it is.
It doesn't matter what its name is.
Pretty much. Now, with that in mind, let's just, we have one more question. It's a good one, and we can just talk about what the hell we've been playing then, because this will kind of go into it. Now, Kingston asks, with the lack of local co-op multiplayer on PS4 and Xbone, when we use King of Co-op, more leaning towards online co-op and games, like Crash Team Racing needs to be on PS4, and hopefully Battlefront will have split screen. Now, this kind of goes into what happened because obviously I went out and I bought a Wii or a Wii U. Shay and I got like a pile of games, and every night we've been just sitting down playing Mario Kart with our daughter. Like when you go to, we sat down, played some Zelda, played Mario 3D World. And we're having a shit ton of fun just passing the control around, playing this game. Where I'm like, yeah, these sure were the days.
Well, I mean, it's some people are actively trying to, get back there. The Borderlands bundle, which is coming out, that is actually going to have local co-op, which I think is absolutely awesome. 4-player split, which I'm like, it's about damn time, Borderlands. That actually does make me want to buy this again.
Yeah. Well, Shay's been freaking wanting to play Borderlands forever, but she's like, wait, so we got to buy like another PS3 if we want to play? I'm like, yeah. She's like, yeah, never mind that. Now, just get on PS4 and we'll goddamn play Borderlands.
Now it's perfect. I mean, hell, we've been meaning to play it together for the longest time, all of us. But we had all gotten too on Steam, like, man, we're all going to let's play this together one day.
One day. So
we put that in the list of one days.
Here's the thing I feel about online couch co-op. Much like 2D platformers, it's coming back slowly, but when it comes back, it's going to be back in full swing. Like, remember that time, like, from 2003 to, like, 2010, you could barely find a side-scrolling 2D game. And there was, like, a few of those, like, 2.5D, which was, like, Shadow Complex and things like that. And then suddenly everybody had this revelation where it's like, wait, people like this? And now they're back permanently, and they're everywhere. They're freaking great. Like Spelunky, on PlayStation Plus is freaking amazing.
Rogue Legacy.
Just give it another 3 or 4 years when people sit down and legitimately play some of these games like Borderlands with their family or something. You're going to see a huge resurgence in this. And if Star Wars Battlefront can actually do it...
Oh, that would be wonderful.
That would be so great. But I'm not holding my breath because it's DICE and EA and they know how to fuck up just about everything. But...
yeah. Actually, speaking of Borderlands, I really wanted to talk about this. I mentioned it on Facebook because this was a thing. Anthony Birch, like the head writer of Borderlands 2, and part of the reason it was so funny and so unique, he's leaving Gearbox to do his own Hulu show, Rocket Jump, and that makes me really afraid about the future of the Borderlands series. Because it's like, if you followed the dude from like his work on Destructoid when he was a writer to his web series with his sister, Hey Ash, What You Playin', so much of Borderlands 2 is just his sense of humor and his comedy, and so much of that came right from him. I don't know what they're going to do without him.
But yeah.
Like remember Borderlands 1? Like, it was alright, but it didn't have that certain je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't... But... The thing, I mean, I don't know how to feel about it because it's like they're apparently saying they haven't even started work on Borderlands 3. And I know you, Randy Pitchford, you lying son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said Alien shitty whatever the fuck version you released was going to be good. Get the hell out of here.
See, yet another reason why I'm like, Gearbox, you're giving me less and less reason to hope and less reason to trust every day. You used to be my boy, man. You used to be in my stable. What happened to you?
You were just like freaking Ubisoft. You were the chosen one, and then you fucked up. Good going, Anakin Pitchford.
Yeah, it totally is. It's like you were supposed to bring balance to the Force, Gearbox. Destroy the Sith, not join them.
Pitchford has become Kevin Smith. Great.
There's one thing you guys forgot about couch co-op, like couch co-op violence.
Absolutely.
Beat each other because you fucking looked at my screen. I'll fucking kill you.
That's the best part. You just punch the dude next to you in the nuts just to make him screw up. It's great. I want that back. See, I can't punch someone in the nuts when I'm playing Call of Duty online. I would love the ability to do that.
That's why you just say you're raping their mom. Come on, get with the program, Joel.
Of course, I'm not up on my COD speak, but you're right.
Are you like that World of Warcraft player? He's like, I don't know what kick means. He's laughing at you, dude.
Oh.
No, I'm the guy who mutes the TV and listens to a podcast when I play Call of Duty.
That's what I do. I toss on music or something.
There you go. And anyone who's on my friends list will know, hey, man, Joel's playing a lot of Advanced Warfare online recently. I'm like, hey, I got it for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm still on that Titanfall. It's more barren than the fucking deserts on Tatooine. So
But is there a giant sand dragon? Is there a crate dragon?
no, I wish.
Oh,
Oh
that's sad.
man, fuck you, Joel.
Didn't somebody make a mode in Titanfall where there was literally no Titans and it was just like a straight up shoot?
That's an official mode, yes.
That's great. That's excellent.
Yeah, way to fuck up on that, guys.
Is it called the Betrayal of Concept mode? Because it should be.
So they don't want the Titans. What do we do? Take them away.
Yeah,
Take
them away out of the fucking... It's like making, I don't know, Call of Duty, except you're not on fucking duty in the game. You're just like... It's just called Call, and you're literally just like listening to people.
It's like they sound like the parent where it's like, if you're not going to play with your shiny new Titans, I'm going to take them away. And you'll get them back when you prove that you could be responsible with the Titans.
Oh, stupid people. So anything else anybody's been playing that you want to talk about? Oh, I finally got Wind Waker HD. Played a little bit of that. Good God, that game is beautiful.
I know.
Oh.
I was playing it, but I had to get used to it because I was using the Pro controller. And it feels kind of weird because I got used to the GameCube controller.
Oh, see, like,
of course
I don't have a Pro controller yet, which means I'm probably going to buy one in the next couple days. So, because I hate using a gamepad, because I constantly want to look down on it, because I know I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I saw it because Best Buy usually has deals. Like, when I got it, I think a couple months ago, they had a Pro controller for like $30, $25.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good deal.
I've been burning my way, of course, through more Far Cry 4. Real long game, which I liked. It's lasted me from Christmas onward. Just so much to explore, and so much to do. And man, you earn money so much quicker in that game than you did in 3. And I only found out just recently because again I've just been exploring around. You can actually get your own homestead, and you can upgrade it with a bunch of different stuff. So I'm doing that now. Yeah.
Joel doesn't like the grind, I guess.
Pardon? Well, it doesn't even really feel like grinding. Is the crazy thing? It's like you get so much money just from killing and skinning stuff and just selling it off. And if you got high enough karma, I think you can make like double money from anything you did before. Like I've bought all the weapons. Like I'm carrying around like a freaking Gatling gun and an elephant gun and an automatic crossbow.
What
is
the hell
my
are you gonna kill?
I know, right? It's the weirdest loadout ever. I was like, okay, I can be totally silent, and then I can kill you with my elephant gun if you get close.
So I'm going like if people could hunting, man. With what, a Gatling gun?
I haven't killed an elephant yet, even though I think in some of the upgrade trees you actually do need to kill an elephant. Just because the elephants are so damn beautiful and majestic, I'm like, I don't want to kill you. I can ride you into battle.
I haven't killed an elephant in the game yet, because I did in real life.
Because in real life, it was the worst thing. No, Stampy!
Stampy?
Look, Stampy came right at me, okay? He came at me with an elephant chainsaw. I had no choice.
Bro, he's coming at me. Actually, Joel, we have footage of you just outright beating it and curb stomping it with a mech. Self-defense.
That's like South Park, where it's like, look, it's okay to kill whatever animal you want, just so long as you shout, it's coming right for us before you do. That elephant was coming right for me.
Poor elephants.
Yeah.
So you heard it here. What's those people that deal with animal cruelty? Is it PETA?
Yeah, PETA.
Yeah, PETA.
Okay, yeah. You heard it here, PETA. Joel is cruel to animals.
Joel has shot elephants before.
You're a sick bastard.
But it's okay, because I dressed up like Ulysses S. Claw when I did it.
Oh, well, that's totally acceptable then.
That's fine. You can be cruel to animals and you can be a dick in Africa so long as you dress like Ulysses S. Claw with like all the beige cargo and the hat and that righteous beard.
That is true. That's all true. I can confirm all of this.
Yep. So yes, that's what I've been doing.
Yep, I'm just rocking that Mario Kart. It's pretty damn fun.
How's the rubber banding?
Oh, it's rubber bandy as fuck. It's just like typical Nintendo fashion. You could be so far ahead, you look behind you, there comes the blue shell, and you're fucked for life.
Oh yeah, that's the problem with the newest one. They have a lot of blue shells.
Yeah, they do.
I have seen friendships end over the rubber banding in Mario Kart. I've seen fist fights start over that.
More so Mario Party than Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, and I've been playing that. I have Mario Party on 3DS. I'm just waiting for the Wii U version. Yeah, should be good. Should be good. Man, also look at me, all my Nintendo shit everywhere.
I know, right, man? With your indie comics and your Nintendo.
I'm totally not wearing a hipster hat. Totally not.
Check his jeans. Check how skinny his jeans are.
I actually can't pee. They're so skinny and tight.
You know Yosemite Sam from Looney Tunes, how his legs were just these tiny things in tight jeans? It's basically that.
It's basically that tight.
They're that tight.
Oh. Yep, so anybody else been playing anything else?
Nah,
I'm about to start Dragon Age 2, like, in this week. I'm going to sit down and really dig into that. Yeah, I know. I will keep you all posted, is what I'll do.
Yeah, so look for the suicide note somewhere.
Where it's like, I don't know, this isn't too bad. I mean, Hawk's got a family and everything, and that's Flemeth, huh? Huh.
Yeah, wow, Flemeth is really fucking sexy now. What?
Yeah, I know. What the hell happened? At this point, I'm like, look, girl, you can just do whatever you want to do. You do your dragon stuff. It's all good.
Captain Janeway, you were so old in Janeway. Why aren't you Captain Janeway anymore? Now you're sexy as fuck.
Shit. Oh, shit, that is Janeway.
Oh, yeah, that's Captain Janeway, yo.
That's fucking brilliant. Oh, my God.
You know, that's the actual...
Shit, Flemis is even...
Like, the actual reason I picked up Dragon Age for the first time, because that came out at a time I hated fantasy and I was all about science fiction, was because Janeway was in it. I was like, fine, I'll fucking try, because I want to hear what Janeway does in this, and like, they're really hyping her up, his voice and shit. So that was technically my first big fantasy RPG that like, completely converted me, outside of Oblivion, of course.
And that's also Red, isn't it, from Orange is the New Black?
Oh yeah, that's Red.
Shit, Kate Mulgrew gets around. The Control Breakers podcast supports Kate Mulgrew in all her endeavors. You shine on.
Besides that one where she voiced the what's that video she did that the like galaxy doesn't actually exist? She like lent her voice to that documentary.
Oh, that one. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like,
but was that like a Star Trek doc? I know they did.
No. It was a real life documentary produced and published. Like, and their argument is that nothing but Earth exists in the universe.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Oh, that's right. I remember hearing that.
She didn't know anything about it. She just voiced it.
Yeah, it's like it's her voice. She got paid for a job. What the fuck do people want?
Yeah, it was like this crazy propaganda documentary. Yeah, and a bunch of people got up her ass about it, and she had to come out on Twitter and be like, "Whoa! I just took the check and read the thing. I had no idea what it was going into."
Yeah, exactly.
Which leads me to believe, I'm like, does that happen a lot for actors?
Sometimes.
You just like, hey, read this thing. And then I think to Patrick Stewart, because he narrates everything, and Patrick Stewart's like, oh, what am I reading today, guys?
True, he does. He probably doesn't even know what the fuck he's in half the time.
True, he's like, it's like he looks at stuff and he's like, really? I narrated Ted too? Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah, like, me, I'm just switching between Smash Brothers and Wind Waker because waiting for the Order 1886.
Yep.
Look at you, Nintendo fans. I'm a stranger in a strange place on all sides by the Nintendo people.
It's not my
I'm the odd man.
It's quality.
Well, I mean, that's the thing now. Like, it's a lot easier to like Nintendo now than it has been for the last couple years.
Yeah, especially when the Wii debacle happened and they fucked everything up.
Again, as I've said before, I have a Wii in a closet somewhere, and I keep saying to myself, I'm like, it is lonely, and I keep saying one day, I'm like, I gotta play new Punch-Out, which is obviously what I got it for, to play some Punch-Out, because Joel loves himself some Punch-Out. And I'm like, man, I gotta get those 2 No More Heroes games and try that, because I never got the PlayStation port, and I know they did a port of 1, Heroes Paradise, where it's like, hey, but it's got all this different stuff in it, too, from the other game. And I keep saying one day I'm going to do that.
Those look really fucking good.
In No More Heroes 2, did you see the at the ending, which is kind of fucked up? Because they had...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. This just is. Because I didn't know about it until they said that the main antagonist is the chick, and she says it really fast. You have to slow it down to actually see why she did everything she did. And it was kind of
It's like I feel like I should really hop into it now because there's like talk that that there won't be a No More Heroes 3. So
no.
Probably
so
not.
it's like get it while you can. Mad World, that's another one where it's like, yeah, it's black and white.
Yeah.
You play this John DiMaggio guy, and like Greg Proops is one of the narrators, and I love Greg Proops.
That did look pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's one of the
Yet another thing where it's like this is going to be a series, right? There's going to be a sequel. And it's like no.
It's one of the very
Actually,
few
no, that's
Wii-M-rated games, actually.
Actually, you know what? That's not fair because Jack, the star of that game, showed up again in Anarchy Reigns, which is a fighting game people I'm sure have already forgotten. Actually, Bayonetta was in that too. I'm pretty sure.
Jeez, that sounds
it was one of those. It was full. It was one of those games where it's like, hey, and look at these cool DLC characters we got. Remember when Soul Calibur used to do that, where it's like, and you could play Spawn and Link in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, and you could play as fucking Heihachi. Waste of space.
Or Yoda and Darth Vader.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And Starkiller, that's right. When they were pushing Starkiller so hard, you could play as him as well.
Yeah, but then they did. Well, you can play as Ezio.
Oh, that's right. In the newest one, it was just Ezio. It was no one else. Yeah. It was just Ezio.
Yeah.
Oh well, they picked the best one.
Oh.
Was it going to be Altair or Connor?
True. So that will wrap it up for this week, guys. Thank you for joining us, and as always, we'll be back next week. And remember, when we ask for questions for this show, it's for gaming, not about comics.
Hey guys, Joel here reminding you that this video was made possible thanks to our many great patrons. If you want to become a patron and get exclusive comic book cast content, then click the Patreon link below and see how you can help us bring you the content you've come to love. Every little bit helps, and thanks for listening.